today. We're out targeting rays which seem to be coming in for everyone except me. So I've bought myself a matching pair of Akios Nitron F-15s and a matching pair of BlackRock Competition Surf 13-foot 10-inch rods. Today's the first outing. All I've done is load the reels with line straight out the box. So I'm ready to give them a first flick. I'm going to start off gentle just to bed the line in and give them a whirl just with a plain lead. Let's go. It's like a summer's day here today. It really is. When I left home this afternoon, just a couple of hours ago, it was blanket cloud, drizzling. Well, I left, I had my woolly hat on and like jumpers and layers because I thought, oh, it could be quite chilly and cold and wet down here today. And I got down here and it's like this. Well, actually, when I arrived, there was a little bit of cloud around, but it's just quickly cleared and it's just, well, it's glorious. And if we get one today, we're going to catch and cook. A bit of skate. Ray, skate, call it whatever you like. So I bought some bits and bobs with me. We got, just brought some veg. There's a kind of pasta called orzo. If you're unfamiliar with that, that'll be nice for you to have a look at. Yeah, we're just going to cook that. Very simple. Some orzo, some veg, and some chorizo. First chuck's out at the moment. No action yet. Got frozen baits today. Loads of sand eels, some squid, a bit of bluey, and some frozen ragworm that I had left from a previous trip. It does work. Trust me, it does. I brought some of that anyway. I might even try some on a place rig in a minute with this sunshine. So I know this end of the beach isn't known for place. I'm just by the landing craft actually, Ferry Bridge end. That's where we're at today. Yeah, high water tonight is around 6 o'clock, about 6:15 I think. Not a huge tide at all. I'm going to fish it up to high water, which will be in about just over 3 hours I think, and then probably fish it down to low water. As I just said, squid and sand eel at the moment. New rods and reels. A couple of Akios Nitron F-15s and a pair of BlackRock Competition Surf 13-foot 10 rods. I had my eye on Akios reels, what I have for a long time, since the model before these came out, and I just thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself. Well, 6 weeks ago now, I gave up alcohol and I've completely stopped drinking. So to treat myself, I thought I'd get myself some new rods and reels. I had a few practice casts when I got here, started off really gentle and then building it up to what is still just my very moderate cast. I'm not a power caster by any means. But wow, those reels are just really easy to cast. And the rods are lovely, there's loads of power there, certainly plenty for me. A lot more powerful than the other rods I had been using. Many years ago now, I had a Century Formula F40. God, I loved that thing, it was amazing. That was a similar length to these, I think 13 foot 6 inches. But the tip on it was just amazing. There was bags of power low down for me, but the tip was just beautiful. I fished with it for years and it all got really battered, and so then I rebuilt it, hand built it myself, put some new guides and everything on it, and about 8 months after doing that I snapped the tip in the car boot. Oh god, I could have kicked my, still think about it now, I absolutely love that rod. But like most rods, there's always something, but the butt section on it was really quite fat, especially when you compare it to the likes of these rods. When I used to fish rough ground marks, I used to team it with a Daiwa slosh reel. And I always used to fish with a reel in the high position. And using a rod with such a fat butt and a big reel like a slosh, I'm only a little guy, I've only got small hands. And anyway, I was out fishing one day down Aberthaw, and I put in a big cast, and I did something to my thumb. I don't know what I did. I never went to the hospital or anything, but something pulled or tore down here, and I was in bloody agony. And from that day on, I had to put the reel in the low position to carry on, because I literally couldn't clamp down on the reel. I had to put the reel in the low position in order to get my thumb on it. And ever since then, I've used the reel in the low position. But even now, if I were to have it in the high position and start casting again, that same pain will come back there. Sorry, I'm blabbing on here, but that's the reason why I fish with the reel in the low position. Like I say, I much prefer to fish with the reel in the high position. It's a lot more comfortable when you're fishing, to have the butt of the rod in down there and the reel up here, you know, so when you're winding in. But hey, right, let's have a freshen up. Here's the ragworm then, that I had left from my last trip. There's not a great deal of it here, but why waste it? And all the scent is still there in that worm. I take my little hook and I thread a bit of squid on, just like you would normally, up and down the line. That squid just gives everything a bit of backbone. And then don't even bother trying to thread the worm on the hook, just lay it up. And then just take the worm and the squid and just wrap it all up together. While I'm doing that, you can see all the juices coming out of the worm there. I've caught rays on this before. Although, as you can see, with the weather and everything, I'm putting this out in the hope that maybe there's a place or something out there, or even a bream would take that. If there's an early bream around, you never know. There we go, we'll slide that down. There we see your little squid and ragworm bait. 2 hook rig, so I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other hook. There we are. I could have stopped at the tackle shop today and got some worm, but I had plenty of frozen bait, so having just spent what I've spent on those new rods and reels. Right. There we go. That's on a size 1 there, so any place or bream around, and try that on the next flick. Hello, little update then. Nothing's doing, nothing at all. Keeping the fresh baits going. I've even had a little flick for a mackerel, nothing. A little breeze has come along now from over the top of the bank, and there's a little chill in the air, quite different to what it was earlier. It was really, really warm earlier. So hopefully we'll see when it gets dark. Maybe we'll pick something up now as darkness approaches. I can understand earlier on in the blazing sunshine, but I thought maybe now when it clouded over a bit and the tide started running again, there might be a couple of fish coming through, but I'm going to keep plugging at it though. like I say, I planned to stick until around low water maybe. I haven't even had a bite, nothing, just straight dead. I'm confident we'll get something when it gets dark. I feel like when it gets dark it might well switch on. Interestingly enough, when I got here, the baits were all coming back untouched. But since high water, they've been coming back pretty much stripped. So at least there's some crab activity out there, which is a good sign. So you'd think with that, there'd be a few fish out there. So it would be nice to christen the rods, wouldn't it? Definitely. Actually got a bite. I'm not eating a dogfish tonight, he's going back, folks. That is the most welcome dogfish ever, I'm telling you. On frozen ragworm and squid. Right, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to cook dinner. It's going to be veggie with a bit of Chesil sausage on it. No fish, because we haven't caught any. Well, we have, but a dogfish. I'm not skinning a dogfish now in the dark. Okay, first thing then, we're going to blanch our broccoli. So a bit of water in there. I'm having no luck here at all tonight. No luck whatsoever. So I was cooking away here, talking away like I always do. I realised the memory was full on my phone and it wasn't recording any of it. So I'll just tell you what I did quickly. So I boiled some water in here. I quickly blanched my broccoli in the water, fished the broccoli out, and I've popped in some orzo, which is the pasta rice, along with some finely diced onion, garlic, a little bit of Swiss vegetable bouillon. I popped that all in, so basically I'm cooking the orzo down now gently, just keeping it nice and moist in the pan. Hopefully you can see there, this coming along, it's sucking up all the water and cooking down nicely. Okay, I just went to rebait one of the rods. It's stuck a little bit, but that's all right. That's looking fine. Now I'm going to pop in there some cheese. This is cheddar cheese. Parmesan would be best, but we're going to go with cheddar. And some chopped parsley, as always. Just leave that on one side a minute. We'll pop our frying pan on. And here we're going to go with a little bit of oil. Now if we had fish, this will be now when I'll be frying my fish in here. Searing it each side, but we haven't got any. We're going to go with some peppers. Bit of butter. Stick our broccoli back in. We blanched earlier. A couple of tomatoes. Season that up. Just want to keep this all nice and crunchy. Okay, that was good. Smells veg. Got our lovely cheesy orzo. Pop pop our veg on. There, we're going to pop our chorizo on top. Tell you what, it's not going to get you a Michelin star. But I'm so hungry, I can't wait to eat this. Oh man. Who needs fish? Me for my fishing channel, that's who needs fish. So much for the fishing livening up after dark. Terrible. Showing you the rod tips there, that's just these rods don't come with any sort of reflective tape or anything like that on the tips, so that's just PTFE tape on there. Whacked it on earlier, just wound it around, a little bit of white insulating tape just to lock it off, and it works like a champ. Best thing about it as well, if you don't want to get all the sticky residue all over your nice new blanks, then just peels off and you never know it was there. It's a pretty cool shot of Mars in the distance there. Well, I'm going to call it a day there. I don't know why I'm smiling. It's pretty pants session, wasn't it? No good at all, really. I don't know. Don't know. Just not many fish around. I don't know. Promises of beautiful skate dinners all disappeared. Ended up with a bit of chorizo and veg on risotto. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. These guys performed beautifully. Very, very happy with these. Money well spent, I think. I'm going to enjoy these guys. Christened one of them, so I've got to sort the other one out next time. Got to be a change of venue next time, I think. Somewhere different to Chesil. So yeah, we'll try somewhere else next time. Like I say, sorry it wasn't packed with fish for you. That's the way it is. So hopefully if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. More of it to come. And we'll see you on the next one. Alright, cheers everyone. Thank you. Bye.